What's going on, YouTube? Let me go up here, share this joint out. Let's see if I can back this joint up a little bit. Yeah, we back this up some. Make sure y'all can see me all good, hear me good. I'm gonna share this joint out on my page real quick, like. I can't even see how many people in here. Oh, there we go. Trying to get the best angle.
What the heck? Is gangsters in here? Okay, it's gangsters.
There we go. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me good? Can you see me? Good, yeah. Never mind. I did my own sound check. What's going on, Samuel Views, Roscoe? Hey, when we linking up, bro? Let me know. Shot caller, Don, I see you. Wayne, what's good? Hey, you going to you sliding tonight? I might go fuck with D tonight, man. It's been a minute since I've been out. I had to recover over the weekend, boy. Woo wee. We went crazy Saturday, cuz. Oh my lord. Let's see, Arizona, Flatbed, what's up? Aaron, Z Simply Holland, what up? Carolina Kid, what up? Everybody that's checking in, man, what up? I'm gonna try to get that way in like a week. All right, as long as the baby ain't dropped yet, we do whatever. Corey, what up? All right, so we got about a solid 45 in here right now. All right, cool. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share this joint, share this to whoever looking for information on VL trucking, and share to everybody that that everybody that be talking about VL as well. They're gonna want to watch this joint. It's just crazy, man. Like, it's been a minute. I think the last company I seen garner this much attention, to the extent of if anything happened with the company, everybody just kind of own it, which isn't a bad thing. I used to look at that as a bad thing, like, why everybody talking about VL? Why everybody talking about VL? But I think it's a good thing, because of the exposure, and it just brings some things to light, man. It just really starts showing people, like, for so long, YouTubers have been up here, I guess glorifying, for lack of a better term, glorifying mega carriers. You know what I mean? So everybody pretty much knew everything there was to know about a Swift Transportation, about a Stevens Transport, about a Prime, about a Schneider, a JB Hunt. All the big, super huge companies, they had a lot of representation on these platforms. And so, you really didn't need to do too much searching because it was right there in your face. However, with companies like VL, they're not as big, maybe in the middle, in the 1099, that maybe isn't as popular with the larger scale of people. A lot of people just didn't know about this type of companies. They didn't know that you could be a company driver as a contractor and make more money, and get an LLC and just do your own taxes and get you a CPA, and it's not that hard at all. They didn't know that you could be a company driver making $1,800 to $2,300. They didn't know that you can go and actually get in a very productive lease, even though some people don't believe that exists, but that's just for their opinion and their mindset to want to believe it or not. But you can go in with nothing and start making $25,000 to $35,000 to $4,000 a week. So I really do. I used to get mad about everybody talking about VL, like, oh, why you talking about my company? But now I welcome it, because one, it's not my company. I need to stop saying that. It's definitely not my company. It's just a place I'm choosing to make my money right now. And two, it just brings exposure. You would be surprised the amount of people that have come here based off of someone's attempt to discredit the company or talk about the company, and they actually reached out to the company themselves and was like, yo, this ain't bad. Like, I was just talking to somebody last night, and they was going over my entire situation, and they was like, damn. It was like, bro, they ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? So, so shout out to everybody that keeps speaking on the company. We definitely, not we, but I appreciate it, because it's putting people on. It's putting people on. I'm gonna try the other way. Okay. What's going on, Michael? So what I want to talk about this video, I want to talk about two things. First thing I want to talk about is the leasing is over. There is no leasing right now. That's the first thing. I confirmed it. I hadn't called and talked to recruiting in a minute, just because there really wasn't no need for me to. I had did all the things I need to get done with my moves, but I wanted to confirm about because I kept hearing people say leasing is over. You know, you can't. There's no lease trucks, and apparently that's true. I've said it up here before, but I actually called and verified it. As of right now, there are no lease purchase trucks available. Because everybody got those shits. Like, again, you know, not to oversell, but this is the best lease in the trucking business right now. I'm sure somebody else will come out and say otherwise or whatever, and that's cool. But numbers don't lie, and I've shown all my numbers, which I'm gonna stop doing because y'all don't believe them shits anyway. So whatever. But numbers don't lie, and consistency doesn't lie. And for the last 6 months, since they started really pushing this lease purchase, everybody who has come and leased on has done well, done super well. The ones that haven't, that was on them. But I think it's, you know, when you look at the ratio of shit, and you look at people who are doing well versus people who, you know, haven't done well, you realize that the people who haven't done well probably shouldn't have been in a lease truck to begin with. You probably could have handed them a cash truck, and they wouldn't know what they was doing. So, you know, we never talk about that. What's that term? That variable when it comes to this equation that is leasing or being an owner operator. We never stop and take the fact to realize that maybe the person that's driving the truck or that's leasing the truck just isn't a business person. We never consider that. We always just automatically blame the lease, or we blame the cash truck, or we blame the market, or we blame the broker. We blame everybody but the one person that's really responsible for the success of said business. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna get preachy on that. But what I'll say is, like, yes, the lease is kind of closed down right now. People are doing so well that they're not leaving, and VL only had a certain amount of trucks that they was leasing out. So as of right now, they are exclusively only hiring company drivers, and you have to have hazmat and tanker endorsement. It's not even a maybe anymore. You have to have that shit because it's just getting that. It's like it's a waiting list for the lease, and even on the company side, I mean, everybody's making money. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. Everybody's making money. Everybody's doing well, and nobody wants to leave, which is very. It's very abnormal to see that in the trucking company. Like I said, I've only seen situations like this with companies like UPS and Walmart, so where people come and don't want to leave. You know what I mean? And or it's like a waiting list to do certain things with the company. Normally, you go to a trucking company, you can walk in the front door and do whatever, unless you want to do like a dedicated route. But then they'll just tell you you got to work for us for like 3 to 6 months, then we'll put you on a dedicated route. You know what I mean? As far as company goes, owner operator is a little different because it's contract based. But you know, with most carriers, man, you're not walking in the door. I mean, you're walking in the door and doing whatever you want, and it's starting to get like here at VL. It's just not like that anymore. You gotta they cracking down. You know what I'm saying? With the company pay rate, company drivers get paid 70 cents a mile. 70 cents a mile for hazmat and tanker, all miles driven. All miles driven. Only thing I don't like about company drivers. Only thing I don't like about the company side is, number one, obviously you're a company driver, so they have a lot more control over how you move. What I mean when I say that is when you go on home time, you ain't sitting home. If you only supposed to go home for 2 to 3 days, you going home for 2 to 3 days. That's it. Ain't no stretching it out that fourth day. They're gonna blow your phone up all day. As a company driver, you know what I mean? Because even though you're 1099, you're still in their property. So I would highly recommend, if you come here as a company driver, I wouldn't recommend driving longer than 3 weeks at a time. I wouldn't recommend driving more than 3 weeks at a time because they're not gonna want you to go home for longer than 3 days. Yeah, they got new trucks, Corey, but those are from my understanding, those are for company drivers. If you're talking about them new Freightliners they got, those aren't for lease drivers. I think that what they were told me was if they were to lease those out, the lease payment would be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous because I mean we're paying $499 for the 2017, so I can only imagine for 2020 or 2021. So, but yeah, don't get me wrong, those company trucks are nice. They're really nice. Like when I first came there, the 2017s that I'm in, uh, were for company and lease. You know what I'm saying? So, a thousand a week for the new trucks. Oh, that's what they told you? Cause they didn't tell me that. You giving me news? I didn't know that. $1,000 a week. That's pretty steep. I mean, but that's a lot, man. That's double what I'm paying. That's a lot. That's a lot. They ain't even gonna hold you. Like, you can make money, but to jump from $499 a week to $1,000 a week, that's a lot. That's a lot. I ain't even gonna hold you. How do you pay your taxes at the end of the year since you're 1099? Won't you pay a lot in taxes? You have to set money aside doing it. Only answer I give when it comes to taxes, get a CPA. That's the most I break down with that. Get a CPA. Anytime I begin to try to attempt to tell people that dealing with doing your own taxes isn't as hard as people think it is, they kill me for it. So I'm just not gonna do it anymore. You know. But I'll say this: there are over 1,000 1099 trucking jobs on the market. So you gotta ask yourself: do you really think that all these 1,000 people on 1099 is really getting raped? Like they just making all this money just to give it away? You know what I'm saying? Is get you a LLC, protect yourself, and get you a CPA. You'll be just fine. I promise. I pinky promise. Oh, look, I did that. I mean, I don't know what I was supposed to do. A pinky promise. I pinky promise you'll be fine. Get you a LLC, talk to a CPA, you'll be just fine. Let's see. The orientation lady said 1K plus if they were to lease them, they won't lease them out. Yeah, it just wouldn't make any sense, man. That's a lot of money. For all that, you might as well get a Wasatch truck. Or a VL might as well go get a package of Wasatch lease. That's what Swift do. They go and they'll get. I think Swift kind of owns Wasatch, if I remember correctly. But they all them trucks Swift get that they lease is Wasatch. Is that 1,000 for a brand new truck? Yeah, it would have to be, Wayne. It would have to be. It would have to be. Keep getting that check, young guy. Don't even worry about the dollars. You know what's working for you. That's a fact. Buddha Black, I see you in the building. What's up, baby? But getting back on track. So yeah, the leasing is pretty much down right now until they figure out what they're gonna do. I'm hearing as early as March. Which is pretty cool because March is when things start to pick back up anyway. So don't waiting to do that may save a lot of y'all from jumping in at least when it's slow. Because right now it is slowing down from what I've been reading and seeing. But it's gonna boom. 2021 gonna be crazy. Let me tell you something, man. Put yourself in a position to be able to take advantage of 2021 because the money is about to be stupid, for real. It's about to be, I don't care if you got a cash truck, a lease truck, whatever. 2021 going up for everybody if you put yourself in the right position. Straight up. But anyways, with that being said, I did watch my brother. What that comment say? Why I'm seeing these joints late? There you go. Yeah, 2021 gonna be serious facts. Hey, bro, you can buy my truck for the low. 2015 Freightliner for 10K right now. I'm cool, bro. I'm sure somebody will take you up on that offer. I'm not even in a position because if I get that truck, the first thing I'm doing is going to have to delete that shit, and I ain't got the bread for that right now. I do, but no, I don't. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop lying. No, I don't have the bread to do that. I don't. I don't. They sending out stimulus checks. Yeah, that's what they say. Swift just dropped Wasatch. Swift had their own leasing now, $499 a week. I'm stuck at 611. We'll be done in July. Oh wow, what? Cause I thought Swift owned Wasatch. The way they had them shits coming in there, man. Oh my God, when I was at Swift, man, they was getting a brand new truck was easy. And back then, that was back in 2017. You didn't even have to put no money down. You had to put no money down. They changed that real quick. They changed that real quick. It was like, nah, you got to put 25 down. But anyway, let me get back to the point. IEL, they own. Oh, okay, IEL. All these mega carriers leasing. That's a fact. They all are. VL. I watched my brother's YSE Transports video about him being on his final warning. And know you guys expect me to come up here and to defend, VL. And I think people have put me as this kind of like this Mr. Sinister of VL, where it's just all positive, 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 and that's not the case. I've just had a great time here so far. You know what I mean? I really haven't had anything like when I look at everything that's good that has happened versus everything that is bad, or it's just not even close. So I just, I've spoken on the setbacks. I spoke on my DOT. Um, yeah, that's a fact, Corey. They cut it real quick. Um, but shit, I hate when I do that. I read a comment, lose my train of thought. Blah 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 blah. Oh, I've showed all the setbacks. I showed when I failed my DOT inspection. I've shown breakdowns, even though they weren't that expensive. Um, but the reality is, when you work for this type of company, there's pros and there's cons. And I think a lot of times, and I'm not speaking specifically on YSC, um, but I'm just speaking in general because I do want people. There is a large flow of people who are coming to this company, whether it's because of me, YSE, Roscoe, Skip D. Lord knows, please, we got to give her credit, or whoever. I really want people to understand what you're coming into. Yes, this is a very good company. It's a great company, in my opinion. However, there are certain things with this company that you just might not like. It may be a deal breaker for you. You know what I mean? I think there are like three main things that are like deal breakers for some people. Number one, the home time as a company driver. Uh, if you like to go home for 4 or 5 weeks at a time, you're not going to be able to do that as a company driver. From my understanding, they may have changed it since I was a company driver, but when I was a company driver, they didn't want us going home for longer than 3 days, maybe 3.5 days. They wanted you to run 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, go home for 3 days. That was it. That was a deal breaker for me as a company driver, which is part of the reason I became a lease operator. The second thing is this lease purchase. On a short term, Jay, you getting a little loud, man. Go play in your room. I ain't gonna be long, I promise. On play with your Switch. I paid all that money for that Switch, you barely touch it.
It died.
It died. Where the charge at?
It's
So why is it not on the charger if it's dead? That don't make no sense. Go fix it. Thank you. Dad mode, man, I tell you. Anyways, the second thing with this lease purchase, on a week to week and a month to month basis, this is a very inexpensive lease, in my opinion. $19.96 a month, everything else coming out of the 20% that they take off the gross. Now, some people will have you believe that VL is altering rate cons to where they're taking money off the top or they're editing the rate cons before they send it to us. Let me tell you something. I don't know if that's true or not, but if they are, they damn good at it, because I'm still out here. Well, I was out here making sometimes $7,500 a week. So unless all these loads are paying $4 a mile, I doubt that they're taking anything. Or if they're taking $10. I don't know, man. Like, the shit that you hear without proof, and that fact that people believe that shit, it be so crazy to me, man. It be mind-boggling to me, the shit that people will come up with and just tell 3 people, and then them 3 people tell another 3 people, and so forth and so forth, and now it's facts. Now people really believe that that's what it is. So, but whatever. But with the lease purchase is very inexpensive to me on a week to week and a month to month. But if you are looking to purchase the truck, it's an overpriced truck. That's the second thing. That's a deal breaker for some people. People overpay for cars, overpay for houses, overpay for cell phones. People out here buying cell phones for $1,000, but overpaying on a truck that's making them 5 times that money is, oh my God. But whatever. Hey man, if you don't, I'm not knocking it. I'm just speaking on what I see from my vantage point. So yes, long term you will overpay for the truck. The truck will have a lot of miles. That's a bad thing when it comes to the lease. And the third thing is their policy when it regards to infractions. Now, infractions can be anything from speeding tickets, seatbelt, accidents, failed DOT inspections, all that. And they're pretty strict on it. Where it becomes tricky, and this is where I won't defend VL so much, because I do think that depending on how you look at it, it can be looked at as, I guess it depends on how you choose to look at it, half full or half empty. If you want to look at it half empty, you look at it as like, damn, VL's DOT numbers are so bad, we're gonna get pulled everywhere, like Ohio, Cali, Oklahoma, PA. If they see us, they're pulling us. So you have this policy to where if we get 3 infractions in 2 years, you automatically fire us. But then when we look at your DOT numbers and we look at your scores, it's not us, it's y'all. Y'all shit fucked up. Because a lot of people don't remember VL. A VL trucker killed somebody. I want to say almost a year ago. I think it was a woman and her infant child or something like that. So the fact that they're even still in business is crazy, but I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with their numbers and why they have, the safety department calling you every day to make sure your logs are good. They have cameras, all that type of stuff. So one could look at that, I guess, from glass half empty as, yo, they set me up to fail because you run into the wrong DOT officer, and I know from experience they're gonna find something. It's just inevitable. However, glass half full, best way I could spin it is the game is the game. You know what I mean? You have to understand the company that you're working for. You have to understand the situation that you're in. And when you come to a situation like this and you know what it is, like, here's the thing, man. Ain't no such thing as just a perfect situation. It doesn't exist. And VL is paying a lot of money. Let's just be clear. VL, to me, is probably in the top 10 trucking companies as far as what they're paying drivers. As far as just a whole regular freight. I'm not talking about having your own authority. I'm not talking about pulling flatbed. I'm not talking about hauling bridges and shit like that. When you're talking about just hauling general freight, refrigerated, and drive in with a hazmat in there, VL is probably top 10 in trucking companies for company drivers and what they're paying. So you just not gonna walk into a situation like that without it being something with it. With great power comes great responsibility. You know what I mean? If you're a company driver and you're making over $2,000 every week, I don't think you understand the rarity in that. That's just not something that's happening everywhere in trucking. It's just not. People will say they are, but people say a lot of shit. You know what I mean? You're an OTR driver, you're working 5.5 days because they do 34-hour resets, and in them 5.5 days, you're making $2,000. The next driver who's making $2,000, he may be a local driver, but he working 80 hours of overtime. You know what I'm saying? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just, you just got to understand your situation. You have an easy going, all you doing is backing into docks. All you doing is backing into docks and driving. In a brand new Freightliner. You ain't got to worry about no maintenance, nothing. All you got to do is drive the truck, and you make it $2,000. So with that type of power, with that type of come up, you have to understand that there's naturally going to be big risks with that type of shit. Bet big, win big, or bet big, lose big. That's just how it is. With anything, like, that's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? So I try my best to dot all my I's, cross all my T's when it comes to this maintenance shit and staying on top of it. Because I do know that it won't. And for me too, I guess I'm kind of used to it because I drove for Swift. So I'm used to driving around with the target on my back. I drove out the port. When I drove out the port, man, we went around scale houses. I'm not gonna say whether I do that or not with VL, but when I was driving out the port, now scale house, well, nigga, please, we off and around. Call me, shout out to Call Me Cooley. He know out there in like Richmond and going on 60. Ain't really nothing on his side, but I know coming to 64 towards come Newport News, that little scale house right there after 295 or before 295, depending on which way you going. Man, I don't never stop at that shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Never stop at that shit. Stop playing with me. When I was in the port. Let me get caught up on these comments. West Baltimore, hey, you see that win we had? Hey, we got to win out, baby. We got to win out. You'll have a maintenance account. You have a maintenance account set up. Something to that effect. Maintenance account, operations account, however you want to call it. I got a lot of money sitting somewhere. If your credit was good, you would pay less because you would go to the dealership. That's a fact. Do they hire with accidents? It's on a case-by-case basis. You would have to call and find out. That logbook lady don't miss nothing. Don't miss a damn thing, bro. She'll call you at 3 in the morning Right? She'll call you 5 times at 3 in the morning because you forgot to change your goddamn shipping number. Like, bitch, if you don't call me in the morning, you ever deliver to or from Haynes Brand Warehouse in March? Nah, I ain't never delivered there. Big facts. I make 2K weekly as a company driver, but that's with ups overtime I require. You see what I'm saying? And that's not, again, I'm not knocking nobody who works overtime or local that's making that money, but I'm just speaking to what the people here at VL, what we have to do for the money that we make is really nothing. It's just the facts. We don't do anything. We drive. That's all we do. We're steering wheel holders with hazmat. So all we're doing is holding the steering wheel, taking a loop around every major city. We're making 2 bands a week, easy. So, and again, that's not to defend VL. That's not to say, oh, if you get pulled over, if you get accident or something, they fire you or whatever, that, you shouldn't feel some type of way. But that's just to just look at the bigger picture of what's really going on. It's always something, man. You just got to be aware of it. And, if you can go and skate by and not get caught and do your thing, cool. But, if you get caught on that second warning, like my brother YSC Transport, maybe you do need to consider other options. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to get fired. You just don't. I got fired one time in my trucking career, and that was at Great Wide when I was out the port. And that was because of a speeding ticket. And me and my wife was actually just talking about that. When was we talking about that speeding ticket here? Yesterday? We just talking about that shit yesterday, man. When I got fired for that speeding ticket that year, and Wayne, I'm sure you remember that year. I mean, hell, all y'all remember. Y'all watch my YouTube. That was that year I went to Hood and the butane. That was the worst year of trucking for me, man. So, I will say this. If you come to VL and you're going to take on this type of responsibility, man, you have to be ready for all outcomes. You just have to. Of course, I would love to tell y'all you going to come here, you ain't going to never fail a DOT inspection, you going to run all the scale houses, and you ain't going to never get caught. I would love to tell you that, man, but I'm just not going to be that guy. I'm not going to lie to you to get you here. I just refuse. You know what I mean? The game is the game. I mean, it's just that simple. The game is the game. You know what you sign up for. VL doesn't really hide anything. They put it all out there. Whether you thoroughly read the paperwork or not, it's up to you. I mean, but it's no different. You go to anybody's authority. Like, guess what? If you go and call me Cooley's authority or HT Logistics authority or whoever's authority, and you go and you fail 2 DOT inspections in a year, they gonna call you like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck is going up? Because when you step over to that big boy game, man, it's a little different over there, man. I told you, I've seen the other side of the paperwork. The violations that we get for shit, we may pay a fine or get a slap on the wrist. The owner of that authority, man, they get hit hard, like straight up. That shit affects them, man. And to us, it may be just a job, but to them, that's their livelihood. That's their everything. That's their baby. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna let nobody cough on your baby but so many times. I ain't gonna let nobody cough on my baby at all, but some people got different tolerance, but you just not gonna let somebody fuck your shit up. That's just the reality of trucking. So, take that as how you want to take it, man. I always keep that in the back of my head when it comes to this company, man. I feel like I've said this before. I don't feel like this is a career company. I just don't. I'm sure they won't like me saying that, but it's the truth. I don't see this as a company that you come and stay at for 10, 15 years. I think this is the type of company that you put a solid 2 to 3 years at, stack a bunch of money, and either go find you a more comfortable job where you can be home more, or start your own situation. Whether that's your own authority or leased onto a carrier that gets you home more, a load board or something like that, man. And yeah, so that's really all I got on that topic, man. Like I said, I'm hoping that everything turned out good for my boy YSC Transport, man. You're a good dude. He out there, he out there driving in that snow on them back roads for 50 miles with no signal, man. Salute to him for that. I ain't doing that shit. But that is the game. That is the game, man. The game is the game. So safety scores are things drivers need research before picking company. That's a fact. And again, that's what I'm saying, Carolina. What's that? Carolina Kid, Big Daddy. You got a long name. I like that a company like VL is getting this type of exposure, because now you get to see a lot of things that mega carriers shield you from. A lot of this type of stuff on the mega carrier side, we don't even think twice about. We don't care about no DOT inspection. I'm like, oh, I mean, we just driving. But with a company like VL, if you are looking to advance or grow in this trucking industry, this is a good company to learn a lot of everything, a lot of different things. We're dealing with brokers and DOT, and it's just unfortunate that their scores are as bad as they are. But what can you do, man? I mean, honestly, that's probably why they gotta pay us as much as they paying us, because that's the risk of working with this company. Is they got a target on your back. That is so good. Let me tell y'all something. This is not sponsored by anybody, but this strawberry watermelon is the truth. Let's see. A lot of people need to do some research. There are a lot of companies in low pay 70 cents and up. Checking Craigslist. True. What experience is needed? A year of experience is needed. Yeah, that was crazy. You might still have been there at Great White. I probably would have. CRC Malone killed my CSA score years ago, but got pulled into the scales every time. Yep, that's how I be. Will VL hire you if you got put out a service once for a flat tire? They should. Like I said, it's case by case, but shit, I got put out of service because of a tire in November. So it's a penny business. You right, can't have drivers messing things up. That's a fact. What up, Reggie? I see you. Let's get drunk on New Year's Day, man. Don't talk to me about no more liquor, man. I got drunk 2 nights ago, bro. Don't talk to me about no liquor right now. That shit put me. I had some. I was drinking on Henny Privilege. That shit put me on. And I won't eat. What I fucked up was I was drinking. We went to a Christmas party. And of course we had masks on. No, we didn't, but whatever. And I was drinking for like 5 hours and ain't take nothing to eat. Ain't eat nothing. I don't know what I was thinking. Just sitting there drinking and playing spades, not eating nothing, and got fucked up. Oh my stars. Would you consider going back to Swift and that? Fuck no. No disrespect. Swift lost me when they stopped letting you train and lease. The only way I would go back to Swift is if I could get a dedicated situation where I'm home maybe on the weekends and I had a truck paid off cash and I just lease on it them like that. But on some just going to lease a truck there through that leasing program, absolutely not. Would you consider? I got an online orientation VL today at 1. Okay, good luck. Hey, bro, ask all the questions you need to ask, bro. Don't be afraid, because they're not gonna be afraid to answer them. Whatever you got doubts on, whatever you're not clear on, again, understand the situation. People just hear about $2,000 a week, and they just don't want to understand all the responsibility that comes with that. Man, ask questions, man. Know what you signing yourself up for. Sometimes the money ain't worth it. As crazy as that may sound, but sometimes the money just ain't worth it to some people. What up, Jay? It's your neighbor. I'll be home in 2 days. You gonna be home? So let's get some beers. For sure. Yeah, I'll be home. I'm home until I'm home for a minute. So for sure, hit me up, bro. Send me like an email or something. What's that? Fry guy? Yeah, hit me on the email or comment on one of my videos or some shit. I'll be here. Because the old lady ain't in labor. What up, Jay? Blessing to you. Same to you, Tom. Never drink on an empty stomach. I know, man. It was. You know what it was with all this quarantine shit. It's been a minute since we really been out, so I think I was just so excited to be out. And then like once they pulled them cards out, see, all I need is some cards. I play spades all day. The 2 things I love to do most, spades and bowl. I can do that shit all day. Well, bowling until my arm fall off, but so they pulled them cards out, set that table up. I was like, oh shit, okay. I grabbed my bottle, sat at the table, and just started playing. I don't think about no food. I think about setting their ass. Never drink on stomach. That's the #1 rule. That's a fact. For sure, will do. Dropping my last load of the year tomorrow. Glad I came. Hey, I'm glad you came, bro. That's why I say, man, I still say it's a good company. I do. It's some things with it that, I named you the top 3 things that you're not gonna like about this company. You know, as a company driver, the home time. Um, as a company driver, the home time. Uh, what I say the second thing? Oh, that's the lease purchase, the longevity of the lease, and how much you have to pay on the truck and how many miles it already has. And the third thing is just their policy with their safety and shit, but at the same time, their CSA scores being bad. So it's kind of like a pot calling the kettle black type shit. Like, oh, you got a violation. Yeah, because y'all shit fucked up. If y'all shit won't fucked up, they wouldn't have looked at me. Bad enough I got a hazmat, but a hazmat, I mean, yeah, think about that. A hazmat company with a bad safety score is a disaster when you really think about it. Any hazmat driver in here can already tell you the scrutiny we get as hazmat drivers about having to be on top of everything. You add a bad safety score to that, man, it's a blessing you don't get pulled over every goddamn day. Let's run a game tonight then. Hey, you didn't say number the word. Call up Tone. Hey, look, hold up. Hold up. I probably shouldn't show y'all that. Look, my foot that fell asleep. Hey, look. What you saying, Wayne? What you? Hey, I got a little left. What you saying? Pull up on me. We get busy. Get some pineapple juice. We can run it tonight, because that game gonna be boring as shit. It's the Steelers and the Bengals. That shit gonna be whack. So it's whatever. You already know. I got the cards too. Or deeper, I got some cards. So, do VL keep up with the maintenance and repairs on their equipment for company drivers? I would imagine so, yeah. As much as any company would. I mean, hell, I'm gonna be honest, as a lease driver, they be calling and making sure I stay up to date on my PMs and shit. Because again, if I fuck up and I don't keep my shit in line, it still affects them, regardless. So, just like I had to get my DOT inspection on my trailer redone right before I went home. And shout out to Foots down in South Carolina, off I think it was exit 181, next to the Flying J. It's a little not the shop that's in the Flying J, but it's a little joint in the cut. And I went through there. I called bro. It probably was like 10 o'clock at night, and I confused him with the shop that was actually in the Flying J. He was like, man, I come out there for a trailer inspection. It's easy money. He came out there. He was only gonna charge me. I think he was gonna charge me like $50. I gave him $80 because he came out. He was like, man, shit, appreciate you. And he told me to promote him. That's when I posted that little card on my community post. If you go look, that's who got my shit done. But well, he had on the porch. Oh, but yeah, so I got that done, and I still got an email on that paperwork. But they stay on top of it. They definitely stay on top of it. I mean, if you get in a brand new Freightliner, like Corey say, and like I know for them to say, it's you probably won't have too many maintenance issues. Like honestly, what to say? How much experience us need a year? They tell you that they're strict. They weren't as much before, and now they're paying for it. Yeah, for sure. Like I think that accident that got the lady and her baby killed, I think that fucked them up. So I think they're just so fortunate to still be in business that they have to be. They just have to be. Let's see. Goddamn, I ain't know that. Yeah, we gonna talk about that today. Yeah. Wayne Wiggins. Okay, hit Tone for sure. Yeah, fam, I got a failed DOT from Stevens. Talked to my recruiter from Swift, and they're waiting to give me a chance. Damn, for real. Did Stevens fire you for a failed inspection? That's crazy for a mega carrier to fire you that quick. Normally, mega carriers got they got a higher tolerance for that type of shit. It'd be the smaller companies that got to be strict because they not as big and hasn't been around as long. Them big mega carriers, man, they probably know somebody, hit somebody in the pocket a couple times. That's the only way Swift's still in business. I'm sure they fail about 10 inspections a day. You know what I'm saying? They probably fail about 10 of them bitches a day. So I done got caught on them joints. How many people got? We got 100 people in here, man. Let me get a light bomb, bro. 100 people, I only got 6 lights. And I'm up here dropping y'all all this information and shit. Hey, bro, I tell you what, if I can get 50 likes, I'll take a shot. Where my shot glass at, kid? The one Miranda gave me. Oh, look. Look what we got from our little Christmas party. We got shot glasses. She can't drink yet. She can't wait though. If I get 50 likes, I'll take a shot. Even though everybody be telling me I shouldn't be drinking online. I don't know why. You do what you want to be able to do what you want, right? If you already have a DOT physical card, will they hire you with that or send you to get another one? No, they hire you with your own. They hire me with my own. I would imagine if it expires soon. Go on there, boy. I would imagine if it I imagine if it expires soon. That boy's stupid. I imagine if it expires soon, they'll make you get another one. But I had no problem. You should be good with that one you have. Just took back in May. You should be good, bro. Yeah, you should definitely be good. Can I like more than once? Hell no, you can't like more than once. We'll be at 37. For those that are just joined, if I hit 50 likes, I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot. I think this is like a double. You see that? See that? The king of here. This is definitely a double. But it is what it is. Time to shine. What up, baby? Hey, man, you already know, man. We get into the bag, man. That's why not right now. I mean, I'm still getting paid. But, you know, we chilling, man. Chilling until the baby drop, and then we back to the road, man. You already know. I'm trying to tell these people what we already know, man. VL is still a good situation, man. They got some shit with them, but, you know. Hey, let me ask you, Tom and Sean, you ever fail an inspection? You ever get any fractions and shit like that? Let's get 50 likes in this live. Do that, Jay. Where we at? We at 41? What we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We some alcoholics up here. What time is it? 1:40. Oh, that's 5 o'clock somewhere. Like China or some shit. Make sure I get me something to eat. I ain't fucking with y'all. You gonna have me drunk on a Monday. Drunk on a goddamn. If you an alcoholic, just say that. Nah, I'm far from an alcoholic. I'm far from an alcoholic. I just think for me, like, I only drink a lot when I'm around other people and I'm doing shit. Like, if I'm just sitting in the house, I may pour like a glass and the ice will probably melt before I finish it. But if I'm out and we playing spades, oh man, woo, drink like I'm thirsty. What up, call me Cooley? I mean, we're 46, okay. Hey, how much did you lose on the water fast? When I did it, the most I've lost at one time was like 36 pounds. I think that's when I did like that 16-day water fast. But I wouldn't recommend that shit, man. That water fast and shit, you gonna gain it back. Look at me, I'm fat again. Well, I was never not fat, but I'm fatter. You know what I mean? Like, it's better to try to find something that you can sustain over the course of time, and that's what I'm still working on. I was just talking. I forgot who I was talking to about that shit. Like, that water fast shit is cool. Like, if you got like a suit you trying to fit in, or if you got something you specifically trying to do in a set amount of time, then water fast. But over the course of time, man, you gonna gain that shit back. Like, for real. Like, it ain't even, you know what I mean? That's just me. Even if you lose like 100 pounds, I've seen people who've lost 100 pounds, because I'm in this group called A Healthy Alternative. And I've seen people lose like over 100 pounds, but then in like the next 2 to 3 years, they slowly just gain that shit back. And I don't want to do that. I'd rather stay fat for all that. Well, not stay fat, but you know. But you off though, turn up. Hey, facts. 47 likes, we need 3 more. I'm off until January 4th, fam. We already ran the bag up. Time to enjoy. That's a big fact, bro. Big fact. Like I said, I probably, if I was to put a date on it, I'll probably be back like January 18th, probably somewhere in that range. So, how much you weigh? A lot. A lot. What 21 Savage say? A lot. Oh, we at 54. God damn.
I went to all our YouTube channels and like
You went to all the, oh, that's fucked up. Look, the wife done went to all our channels and liked that shit. Woo. They say I'm an alcoholic. Damn, I can't take no shot like no bitch. I gotta take that shit like a man, pause. What we taking a shot to, man? I had 3 DOT inspections in the past 4 months, all of them. And that's what's up, Roscoe. You passed all them shits. What's the home time for company drivers if you live in Alabama? Probably the same. I would imagine. Now, mind you, let me say, I was a company driver back in June, July. So a lot maybe has changed since then, but as far as I know, 2 to 3 weeks. They'll tell you to run 2 to 3 weeks at a time, and they'll give you 2 to 3 days to go home. And so the way it'll work is, the good thing about it is you'll never really have an off check. When you used to be an OTR, you run 4 weeks and go home. You used to having that one check that's like, you may have like, let's say 3 checks that are 1,500, and then that 4th check maybe 1,100 or 900 because you went home. But with the way, if you run like they want you 2 to 3 weeks out, on that week you go home and you come home for 3 days, it'll still be in the middle of a pay period. So you may get like a $2,000 check, a $2,000 check, a $2,200 check, and then that check may be like 17, because they want the money. The whole thing is, that's what I say, they want the truck to keep making money. That's all they want. It ain't about them trying to control you. It ain't about them trying to be assholes. They just want the truck to make money. So if you looking to come stack up, this is the perfect place to do it. If you looking to go somewhere where you want to run for like 5 weeks and then go home for a week, you can't do that here as a company driver. It's just they just don't like that shit. They don't want the truck to sit longer than 3-4 days. But I would specifically talk to them. A lot of that has to do with your dispatcher as well. So you may form a different relationship with your dispatcher. And you guys may can work something out. And it also depends on the freight lanes, you know what I mean? Where you say Alabama, I don't know too many loads on Alabama. I ain't been to Alabama but maybe like one time. And I was on my way from Texas going to Georgia. So I guess it just depends. I've been to Mississippi a lot though. 2021, the new baby. King D-Roz, what's up, baby? They still want 2 to 3 weeks. All right, so it's just a double shot. So I'm gonna take a shot to my. Now I'm gonna take it to my baby because I got a cigar waiting for that. I'm gonna take a shot for 2021. I hope that everybody up here. We got 111 people. I hope all 111 people do. How can I say this? I'm about to make this shit corny and cheesy as fuck. Whatever your goals are for 2021, here's to you reaching them goals. Here's to nobody counting nobody else's pockets. And everybody at the end of the day, especially us brothers, you know what I'm saying, helping each other get to each other's goals. No matter even if it look different. Boy, get out of here. If it look different, whether it's a lease driver, whether it's a cash truck, whether it's your own authority, whether it's a company driver, if you want to fucking work for Uber. So whatever it is that you want to do, I wish you much success in it. I hope you nothing but the best, and I hope that you wish for me. So take this shot. Bam. Woo! That shit go down way smoother than regular Henny. I ain't gonna hold you. They still want 2 to 3 weeks out. Okay. Word. Man, that might be a triple. What is it? Hey, what is it? This is a double or a triple? This shit was a lot. Pause. Good gracious. They still want 2 to 3. Okay, I already seen that. But yeah, man. Woo! Shit. Hold on, let me drink some of this game. Nigga, I'ma smack you. Goofy ass.
Still couldn't see him. He trying to get him a photo op. He can't even see him.
Come on, man. You want me on the camera so bad. Come on. You want to be on the camera so damn bad. Come on. Come right here. Come right here. All right, what you got to say to the people?
I just want to see.
Come on, get up there. You up there now? There's about 100 plus people looking at you right now. Yeah, you want to be up there? There's 100 people up there. What you got to say to the people?
Stop.
What you want to say? Go on, say it to them. Nah, this what you wanted. Be careful what you ask for. You got 100 people looking at you right now.
I can't do it.
Hey, look, my son, he about to be 6, right? So he going through this phase. He like looking at ass now. He like looking at ass. Nah, go son. Now everybody know you be looking at ass.
That embarrass you.
That's my little man. That's my motherfucking little man. That's what I do, folks. My goal,
You better stop pulling my train.
my goal for 2021 is to find my truck and finally become an owner of something. Word. What's the best mobile hotspot to get?
No.
Yeah, definitely Verizon. Twin. Yeah, that's my little man. I can't wait for my other son to be born. It's gonna be crazy. We about to have a house of 5 people, or 4 people in the dog. 4 people in the goddamn dog.
JJ, I'm gonna
What
get
I say?
you.
What do you do?
We're gonna hear a comment, some hands or something.
Oh, that was him did that.
That's me.
Goofy self.
I got revenge on you.
That ain't nothing. That don't hurt him.
Okay, I just want to make sure I caught up on the comments. King D-Raj, what's up with the podcast? Yeah, what's up with the podcast, D-Raj? Ain't seen one in like a month, 2 months. That's what I get for firing me. No, I'm fired. Y'all should have fired me, bro. Get my job back. Let me check one more thing before I get off here. Nope, still ain't came through. It's coming, working on other things. Yeah, he big money over there, boy. Woo! What you sipping on, Jay? Some Henny?
Stop. You heard him do it. When he do that, he mean.
Some Henny privilege, man. Nothing. They dared me to take a bet. Well, I dared myself. So, whatever. Let's see. Are you going to start back Holland Vibes? I don't know. Should we start back Holland Vibes, babe? I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. And this isn't a subliminal. This is straight up facts. The way that I see some YouTubers attack other YouTubers' significant others, I'm just not about that life. You say whatever you want to say about me, but my kids and my wife, I just, nah. You know what I mean? I just, nah.
Stop.
So, I don't know. Holland Vibes, we love doing it. It was cool. But like I say, to see the type of attacking that's being done on significant others, especially knowing some shit that I know now, it's just like, nah. Because it can get messy. I don't play about my old lady, man. I just don't. That's my baby. That's like when all y'all, like a lot of cats have come up here and killed me over the years for all the decisions I've made. With my job hopping, my inconsistency, that woman has stood beside me from the very beginning. You feel what I'm talking? She dealt with me when I was a younger, more immature nigga. So it's just certain shit that will not be tolerated. It's just not. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't no tough guy, but you ain't gonna be disrespect my old lady for some views. It's just not gonna happen. Sorry. So to answer that question, I doubt it. I really do. I just can't even think of a reality where nigga disrespecting my wife is cool. And then me being cool with that nigga again after the fact. Like, that is blasphemy to me. Fuck that. I drank this whole bottle before I let that shit happen. Straight up. Is it snowing down in Virginia right now? But you feel though, I know you want to. Nah, ain't no snow from what I know. Alright, cuz I'm gonna holler at you. Alright, D-Raj. I feel you on that. Facts. What's crack? What's going on, Diesel? Ain't shit, bro. Just chilling. You know, politicking. How long have I been up here? Almost an hour. Did I miss a comment? Oh no. What we talking about today? Nothing. I kind of touched on my brother YSC transport video about VL trucking and how their policy with infractions and their safety score being so bad. How it could potentially be like, them setting you up, but the reality is, it's just no matter how you look at it, glass half full, glass half empty. You got to know with making this type of money that, it's going to be certain risks that you're going to take. That's just with anything, man. There's rarely anything that you're going to go do in this world without some type of risk. And then just telling people that the lease here at VL is pretty much closed. Like, it's sold out. Like they got to get more lease trucks. Like, all we got is company drivers. So, did you quit VL or are you taking a break? Did I quit VL? Hell no, I ain't quit. You know how much money I give up if I quit? No, I'm chilling, bro. I told y'all I'm taking I told y'all like 5 to 6 weeks. I was serious about that shit. Like, niggas don't think that lease drivers can take that type of time off, and I'm here to prove them wrong. So I already been home now. How long I been home, babe? What day did I come home? Oh, let me find the calendar. Today the 21st. I feel like I came home. I think I came home on was it the 11th? Yeah, it was the 11th. Yeah, I came home on the 11th. So I've been home already. Friday will make 2 weeks. Yeah, Friday will make 2 weeks. Cause I deadheaded 600 miles home. I was down in Jacksonville, and they were supposed to have me a load going from, I think it was Orange City, Florida, up to Norfolk, and or Norfolk as the outsiders call it. But and the load was supposed to be from Orlando to Norfolk, and Orlando was like 3 hours down. I'm not going down there. And so I just told them, like, if you ain't got nothing else, then I'm gonna go home. And I think they said they had one load that picked up in Savannah, but you had to drop the trailer like 200 miles north of my house and to go back and pick it up. I said, man, fuck that, I'm going home. So I just deadheaded. To the crib, man. Deadheaded to the crib. So I've been home ever since. All right, cool. Y'all lucky. What you mean we lucky? It's cap. What that mean? It's cap. What's cap? I don't know what's cap. What you mean?
Bags with me. But you just clean this poop up.
Just tear it. Ugh. I don't know what's cap. You lost me with that one. I don't know what that means. Y'all lucky. What we lucky about? Hey, my old lady now moving to Suffolk in April, buying a home out there. You like Suffolk? Suffolk is cool, man. Suffolk is like it's very rural, but I think it can be okay because you can drive to everything. If you don't mind driving, Suffolk is probably about 30 minutes from Vi Beach, the oceanfront. Like 20 minutes from Chesapeake. But they trying to build in Suffolk, but it's really country. So you probably can get some shit. You probably can get a lot more bang for your buck in Suffolk. You know what I'm saying? But it's nice out there. It's not like if I was to rank Suffolk, I would probably put Suffolk behind. I probably would put it behind Virginia Beach and behind Chesapeake. I put it right there. Because it's better than Portsmouth. P-Town, ain't nothing in P-Town. P-Town is ratchet. Norfolk it's a very small part of Norfolk that I like, but it's still right around the corner from the hood. Hampton, Newport News, I grew up in my whole life, so I'm just so used to it. Williamsburg, I would put Williamsburg above. So it would be probably Virginia Beach, Williamsburg, Chesapeake, then Suffolk. So, what's wrong? You changing the doggy pads? All right, go help your mama. So yeah, Suffolk ain't bad though. You probably get a big ass yard out there. Let's see. Would you ever go back to a company like Old Dominion if you could make $2,000 a week? I would say no, Terrence, but I don't know I don't know exactly how that company works, but based off of what I'm assuming, I would say that I feel like with those type of companies, you have to put in a lot of hours to make money, but I may be wrong. But Old Dominion is like an LTL company, and you can make good money at LTL, but it's one of those situations where you have drivers who have been there for 5, 10, 15 years, and they're going to get the better routes. Whereas somebody like me coming in, even with 5 years, 10 years experience, I'm going to be the new guy. So I'm going to get the harder loads, where I have to maybe do more work. And I'm going to have to probably put in more time before I can get make more money. So I'm going to have to with LTLs, from what I've seen, it's nothing special that you're doing. You're just working a lot of hours to make that type of money. So you're working 70, 80 hours a week, which if you want to do that, hey, kudos. But compared to the hours that technically I'm putting in now, it's a lot more. What he whining for?
Cause I got him in the cage while we cleaning this.
Oh, okay. Crate training. What's your thoughts on Landstar? I have no thoughts on Landstar. I know nothing about Landstar. Stop talking on YouTube. What that mean? I'm a YouTuber. That's kind of the point. Like you gotta explain, David Henry. I'm lost. What's your thoughts on getting your own authority in Virginia? I think it's a great idea if you know what you're doing and you know what you're getting yourself into. I just don't like this trend of people just saying they're gonna do shit because everybody else doing it. I think that's the quickest way to fail. You know what I mean? You don't have to get your authority to be successful. You know what I mean? You don't have to own a truck to be successful. But I think that if you have a plan and just let them out. Just let them out.
Joe, come out this way. Get the pads and come outside. He gonna be stepping on.
Yeah, this one gonna go outside.
No.
That's the first place he's trying to go is outside.
Move, you can't. Move.
Let's see. What's your thoughts on? Oh yeah, authority. I think if you have a plan on what you're trying to do, authority can work. But I think a lot of people go after the authority because that's the like status quo in trucking. Like owning a truck, having your own authority, having a fleet. I just think that's a status thing now in truck. I don't think it's actually like people's real goals. They just want to do that shit just to say that they did it. It's almost like getting a Charger, getting a Hellcat. Like a lot of people really don't understand. Like that's just not a car you just gonna just drive. That shit is a powerful machine that will kill you. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of people just want that shit just because they say they got. Like, I know a lot of cats that got guns, they never shot them because they just want to say that they got a gun. And I think that in trucking, there are certain status quos that people want to meet just to say they did this shit to impress their friends or other people on YouTube or wherever the fuck, and just say that they did that shit, but they really don't understand everything that comes with it. I think as long as you understand everything that comes with it, you have a plan and you know what you want to do for you, go for it, 100%. I ain't gonna never tell nobody not to own shit. Wrench me up, Jay. Pause, but I got you. I seen a lot of VL trucks up in Michigan where I'm at. I'm sure they up there driving in that snow. Won't catch me up there. Line haul gang, I feel you. Y'all lucky because y'all don't have any snow. Oh, word, okay. I'm OD now. Out in Nebraska, I usually work 60 hours a week. Easy work. Been driving OTR for 15 years. Word. IRS. But see, that's the thing, David Henry, with the IRS. I mean, the IRS is, you only got to be afraid of the IRS if you ducking them. But if you've already established contact, and you've already contracted a CPA, and you already got shit in the works, it ain't nothing to be afraid of, man. They're a way bigger fish out here to fry than a truck driver who owe maybe $15,000 in taxes. I'm not saying that's me, but I'm just saying in general. What's the most you gonna owe as a truck driver? With all these write-offs we got, maybe 15 to 20 bands, you got people out here hiding from six and seven figure amounts to the IRS. They care way more about them than a truck driver, first time owner operator who maybe owes, like I say, $20,000. Again, man, like my mom's an accounting manager. It's dealing with the IRS is not what people make it out to be, bro. I promise it's not. I promise it's not, bro. I swear to God it's not. It's not that bad, man. It gets bad when you try to do it, when you try to, do some shady shit. You know what I mean? So if you out here moving like you ain't supposed to move, then yeah, you be afraid because they're going to find you. They're going to catch you. But if you out here and you know you ain't doing nothing you ain't supposed to do and you doing everything by the paperwork, what the fuck you got to be afraid of? So that dog more annoying than Frenchie and Red. Man, we trying to we still in the beginning stages of crate training. He's getting better, but he's 9 weeks old, so it's a process. What do you want me to say? Hellcat is not for daily driving. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Hellcat not good on gas. That's what I'm saying. Like Hellcat to me at this point is a status. It's a status thing. People don't want a Hellcat to drive it. They just want to say they got it. Niggas want a Glock, just say they got a Glock. Niggas want an AR, just say they got an AR. Niggas want a Draco, just say they got a Draco. Niggas want a truck, just say they're owner operator. Don't know shit about business. Don't know nothing. Credit fucked up. They owe everybody and their mama, but they just want to say they're a business owner. It's all about a status shit, man. I'm over that status shit. That's why I came up here a couple weeks ago, so I don't got nothing else to prove. I got nothing else to prove to nobody, man. I know what I want. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm doing. And the people that I care most about are with me 100%, 1,000%. So anything else, any other opinion is, who cares? You know what I mean? So, what's your thoughts on chasing Andrew Jackson and Joshua about they pay shuttles? My opinion is I really don't care too much about anybody else's pockets besides my own. You know, it's no secret how I feel about chasing Andrew and the type of character he has. Joshua, I was just talking with him last night. He seemed like a cool dude that's just trying to do his thing. But as far as that back and forth, them two grown men, man. You know, either they gonna figure it out together or they, you know, I don't know. What do you want me to say? You know what I mean? They are who they are. I am what I am. I don't really give a fuck. Like, Chasing, for whatever reason, has this, and I'm sure I know why he does it, but I still can't respect it, man. We all came from the same situation, man. He was in a warehouse. I was in a warehouse. I don't know what Joshua was doing, but a lot of us was working shitty jobs and came up in trucking, period. Like, the shit we doing in trucking would have took us 20 years of doing that warehouse. And to so quickly forget where you come from, to me, is just, it's crazy. It really is. But I'll leave that there. Let's see. Owner operator is more profitable. Okay, it doesn't have to be good on gas. If you go on out spending money on Hellcat, the last thing you care about is fuel mileage. That's a fact. That's a fact. Also depends on your financial literacy. Yes, very much so. That's the other thing, man. Like, that's why I was saying earlier with a company like VL, I like the type of exposure that it's getting, because with this type of company, to me, this ain't a company that you just come and work for and just make money. Like, this is the type of company that you really got to have a plan, like a business plan. Because even as, like, if you just want to be a company driver and you want to go to a company for like 5 years, me personally, I wouldn't recommend this company. And you're going to be like, why, Jay? I thought you said you could make a lot of money. Yeah, but the type of running that you have to do as a company driver, you're not going to want to do that for 5 straight years, unless you're just a workaholic and have no life. But if you're trying to have like a more of a balance with like your OTR life as a company driver, I would definitely recommend something where you can do like maybe 3 weeks out, home for a week, or something to that effect. But, you know, that's what I would say. I'm getting the snow. No, I'm cool with that snow. Does VL have a Southeast regional account? I don't think they have dedicated. I think the only dedicated account that I'm aware of is the UPS shit. And you gotta have a team for that. But as far as anything with solo drivers, I do not believe that they have anything dedicated, to my understanding. Not to where like they have certain customers that they deal with regularly, but it's nothing to where you're gonna only run this route. It's just, hey, you just so happen to be in this area, I got a guaranteed load going from here to here. Like, it's a load we got. I think it's a backhaul from I think it's in Kansas, and it goes from Kansas to New Jersey, and I think it's like totes of alcohol. And you'll take it to New Jersey, get unloaded, they'll give you some empty totes, and then you take it back to Kansas. I think it's like, I can't remember how much it paid, but that's their like accounts or contracts or whatever. But it's not something that you just only gonna run that. No, it's just if you so happen to be in that area, or they'll route you to that area, then you'll do that. But I can tell you from the way I run, it's definitely 90% spot market, for sure. I mean, you know, they say we have customer freight. I just don't see it, or like I just don't know if I'm running it. It just always seems like it's spot market, broker type freight. Shut the fuck up.
What are you barking at me for? You ain't thinking about shit.
Andrew Jackson is a simp. That's crazy. Good answer. It's not snowing right now. Yeah, it's not snowing where I'm at. Don't get them riled up. Where we at? We got 62. I tell you what. We had 62 likes. If we get to 75 likes, no, not 75, 85 likes, I take another shot.
Really? Stop.
85 likes, I take another shot. What's up? We got 107 people in here. Keep dropping gems, my bro. Them other cats being there, love life too much. Ain't nothing wrong with being in love, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with being in love, man. Love will make a man better. If it's the right woman, that's a fact. Don't be good this winter unless you plan to drive a lot more miles below the snow. Huh? That won't be good this winter unless you plan to drive a lot more miles below the snow. I don't what you mean by that, Be Smooth. You is not lying about that. You was speaking 100 true because I came in from the same thing. Damn, y'all deleting comments, though. What comments getting deleted? I ain't see none get deleted. I see Diesel retracted one, but if all or most of their freight is spot market. I don't know. Like I said, that's what I'm assuming. Be Smooth. You know what I mean? That's what it feel like. I mean, but whether it's contract or not, all I know is they reach out, they get the rate con, they send it to me. So I've never hit a slow patch. You know what I mean? Like I've never like not had freight. I think maybe one time. I think I was in New Mexico on a Monday, and that was only because the load they wanted me to do, they was trying to send me up to West Valley, Utah, and I wasn't trying to go up there because I knew what was going on in Wyoming, and he couldn't understand why I didn't want to go to Salt Lake City because there was no snow from New Mexico taking the back road to Salt Lake City, but I knew that I was going to be on my way home, so I knew that I was going to have to go eastbound through Wyoming, which is a no-go for me. I did Wyoming and Swift. I'll never go to Wyoming again if I have a choice. Even in the summertime, man. They'll fuck around and have snow in June. What's going on, Bernie? You say you taking shots. What you drinking on? I'm drinking on that, that privilege. You know, I know some people frown upon me drinking on live feeds, but you only live once, right? It ain't like I'm up here sloppy drunk or smoking or some shit like that. I'm just sipping on some liquor. That's it. Hey, Be Smooth. What's wrong with your little brother? CJ Simp for it. Hey, boy, I be going in on Chase and Andrew. I'll be going in on that boy. I'm over this PA snow. Switching to regional and Southeast after New Year's. Yeah, I got out of. I was all the way up in New Hampshire. Right before I came home, I picked up a load out of New Hampshire, went to New York, and then I picked up a load out of New York, took me down to Jacksonville, and then I came home. But like that was like a week before that big snowstorm hit. That shit was crazy. But they say I'm over this P. Oh no, I am on this Remy VSOP. Oh look, you gotta try this joint then. Hey, you gotta try this joint right here, yo. Hey, this shit legit. That Remy XO, that shit smooth as fuck. A little pricey, but yeah, you gotta try that shit. I went ice skating on 32 in the box. Look out, I'm on early this AM. Hey, salute to you. All I'm saying, Chasing Andrew be with them rats. Hey man, that's y'all king, man. Y'all love that shit he do, man. I love that shit he do. I'm cool, man. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. Yeah, I had that XO last week. Yeah, that shit super smooth. That shit super smooth. You drink that shit straight the whole bottle. You drink that shit out the bottle. For real. So. What this shit say? Damn, bro, your hair has grown. I'm jealous as fuck. I need to retwist this shit. I ain't retwist this shit in a little minute. The wife probably gonna retwist it before the new year. But yeah, I don't do nothing to it. I just let it grow. And I never knew my hair could grow. I'm hauling a trailer full of PS5s. Well, you make sure you keep your location off. Make sure you keep your location off. Don't tell nobody where you at. Them Jack boys coming. Believe that. They for sure coming. So my iPad about to die, y'all. So I'm finna get up off it. I was up here for way longer than what I thought I was gonna be. But I just want to come share my thoughts on them things with VL, man. Like I said earlier, man, I hope everybody do well in 2021. I keep saying that I might not talk to y'all to 2021 and then do a live feed 2 days later. But I hope everybody much success. I wish everybody much success in 2021. Again, whether you leasing the purchase, owning a truck cash, financing, paying your cousin for it, you know, using drug money, whatever it is that you're doing, man. I hope everybody much success, man. Like, for real, bro. Like, we bicker back and forth over a lot of shit that's so meaningless in the big picture. At the end of the day, and I hate to take it here because I do have a lot of mixed subscribers, but as a black man, like, a lot of us at 18 had no idea what the fuck we finna do with life. I know I didn't. I mean, hell, at 25, I didn't know what I was gonna do with life. You know what I mean? So, to be, hold on, Jay, give me a minute. To be, you know, a couple weeks away from being 30 and to finally starting to get my footing in this thing called trucking and life, I'm just blessed, man. And I'm just not gonna let, like, nobody make me feel bad about my accomplishments and how far I've come. You know what I mean? Like, just because my path is a little different from theirs. And I would recommend that you don't do that either. You know, believe in yourself more than anybody can believe in you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get so caught up in opinions, man. I say it all the time. Live for the compliments, die by the criticism. If you waiting for somebody to come and tell you that you can do something, you'll never do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you got to believe in you. I don't know how to tell you to build that confidence up because I still don't really know how I did it. Maybe consistency and just surrounding yourself with the right type of people. But you can do anything you put your mind to, bro. Like, for real. No bullshit. And so I just hope that in 2021 that everyone becomes more of who they supposed to be. Like, for real. I hope that everybody becomes more of who they supposed to be. I wish that everybody will stop trying to be something that they not. And I'll leave that there. But as always, man, you know the vibes. Stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking. I will check you guys next time. And remember, man, every day is another step closer to where you want to be in life. So keep pushing because you already know I am. Well, at least when I get off break. I'm gone, man. Y'all be easy.